call a movie the biggest movie ever should usually be disregarded as hyperbole, but The Avengers, perhaps more than any other film, is worthy of that title. The superhero film has become one of Hollywood's most reliable and profitable genres, and The Avengers has no fewer than 5 major comic book heroes, with the fate of the world and an estimated $220 million budget at stake. Can a movie this big ever live up to expectations, or do studios even care because mega-budget movies like The Avengers are simply too big to fail, always being bailed out by international audiences unable to resist the enormous action spectacles only America creates? The Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and Hulk movies all teased that a supergroup might be forming at the behest of a mysterious organization called S.H.I.E.L.D., run by Nick Fury, played by Samuel L. Jackson. In The Avengers, that day arrives when Loki, the demigod villain from the Thor movie, played by Tom Hiddleston, obtains an otherworldly power source called the Tesseract, which was seen in both the Thor and Captain America movies, and plans to use it to enslave the Earth. So Fury assembles the heroes, with Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, the billionaire genius wearer of the Iron Man suit, Chris Evans as World War II super soldier Captain America, Chris Hemsworth as demigod of thunder Thor, and Mark Ruffalo replacing Edward Norton as scientist Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk. Joining them are S.H.I.E.L.D. super spy and martial arts expert Black Widow, played by Scarlett Johansson, and expert archer Hawkeye, played by Jeremy Renner. There's a disturbing opinion that big action movies don't need to be good, as long as they're big and loud. It's a ridiculous notion, refuted by every great action movie, but especially so with The Avengers, largely due to the excellent writing and direction of Joss Whedon. The key, as always, is the characters, which is equally true for mega-budget franchises or no-budget indies. The individual Avengers' different personalities, methods, and go-it-alone attitudes are intractable enough to put the fate of the team and the Earth in jeopardy. There's a wonderful thrill in watching good guys going at each other, both verbally and physically, and it's a real achievement that none of the characters gets overshadowed and are all given their moments to shine. But perhaps the most impressive trick Whedon pulled off is the wonderfully fresh humor woven throughout The Avengers, where every character, even Loki, gets big laughs. Whedon is considered geek royalty, and much of the comedy smartly comes from Whedon and the characters' awareness that this is about superheroes fighting evil gods and aliens. The characters acknowledge the outlandishness of their situation, but with a casual wit that surprisingly makes The Avengers one of the year's smartest comedies, with everyone contributing quips, opinions, and observations. The Avengers is a welcome shift away from the verbose, reference-heavy monologues popularized by Quentin Tarantino and imitated by everyone. But when the action comes, it's exhilarating, creative, and wonderfully executed. And it's fun to watch each Avenger kick ass based on their distinct abilities. With a running time of almost 2.5 hours, that might be too much action for some, but the movie never felt long to me, especially with the film's humor keeping things humming during the dialogue-heavy scenes. With America's economy hobbled, our political system corrupted and broken, and our foreign policy drawing hostility around the world, it's easy to feel like today's America can't or won't do anything right. But there's a certain pride I felt watching The Avengers, which dazzles with thrills and spectacle, but wins you over with humor, respect for the audience, and engaging characters instead of simply bludgeoning or deafening us into a stupor. It feels like a reminder that America can and should succeed not just by being the biggest, but also by being the best. And with The Avengers already breaking box office records around the world, it's nice to know that for all America's faults, we're still beloved as the place where the world's big screen dreams and heroes are made. I'm Jonathan Kim, and this is a ReThink Review.